With so many podcasts out there, shows can get lost in the shuffle. That's why we implore you to check out Too Many Captains. You can find us at amoviepodcast.com.
5 unique takes on Hollywood movies and culture. Find us on Twitter at It's a Film Podcast.
Check our intellectual deep dives into theatrical films. Find us on Instagram at Too Many Captains Productions.
Unique takes on soundtracks. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Too Many Captains Productions.
Find us at amoviepodcast.com on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play. And now, here comes a new episode of Collateral Cinema.
I'm Bo Maddox.
I'm Robert Ortegon.
I'm Ashley Chancellor.
I'm Jazzle Dazzle.
And this is Collateral Cinema. Welcome to Collateral Cinema, the only movie podcast that matters, where we focus on good movies, bad movies, and everything else that matters in the world of cinema. We're podcasting straight from somewhere in South Texas, and yes, my friends, we are a 420-friendly podcast. So whatever you have, be it dabs, blunts, bongs, or joints, smoke it if you got it. And friends, folks, ladies, gentlemen, you're going to need a lot of dope to get through this. Lots and lots and lots of dro or something really, really strong. Like moon rocks or live resin or something like that. Right, guys?
Yeah, meth.
Meth? Do you just went straight from meth?
15 Benadryl.
God damn.
A bottle of Robitussin.
Yeah, you need all kinds of drugs.
Nothing's going to cut it. Nothing is going to cut it. Kill yourself or watch this movie.
Seriously. Yeah, either do or die here.
You know, I could do this movie on shrooms. I don't know about acid, though.
You think so?
Shrooms would work.
Well, we haven't even stated what movie we're talking about here because, I mean, we just got to give this warning out. He's like, yeah, you're going to want to do a lot of drugs and maybe a little bit of booze to do this movie. This is Neil Breen's Double Down, his very first movie.
That's right. Double down on the drugs and the booze.
Double down on all the drugs and the booze.
See, I didn't do that, and that's why I didn't like this movie, probably. I'm going to have to watch it again and do that.
Exactly. I mean, we've done Fateful Findings before, which is actually his third movie, but we just had to go for that one first because it's his most well-known movie, right, Robert?
Yeah.
And it's not really... I really think it's his best movie so far. But
it's definitely more coherent than Double Down is. This being his first film really shows. You know, it's his debut feature. Half the film, if not more, is just stock footage.
Yeah, lots of stock footage. I mean, he made this movie on the cheap, obviously. Chaz, you've done some type of video work like this. What do you think of all the stock footage?
Well, when you say known, I know people. And I don't know anybody that's watched this movie or recommended it. But what I think about it is this guy looks a lot like my ex-boss. And I could totally see him slapping together a movie like this using stock footage.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. He'd be like, hey, and then he'd make me watch it, like, on the clock. He'd be like, you're on the clock, so do what the fuck I say. And then he'd sit me down and make me watch this.
That's right. There we go. Watch my fucking movie or you're fired.
And then after he'd be like, what do you think? Remember, you're on the clock.
You're on the clock. You better give me a good review. You better get on that IMDb and give me a rating.
Yeah, shout out Mike Grogan.
Mike Grogan. Yeah, there we go. But what's your basic take on this movie? We'll start with Robert.
You know, when you showed me the trailer for this, I thought it was like, what are we watching? Another Tommy Wiseau? And then I guess we just went down the list on all like 5 movies, right? Fateful Findings, and
Yeah,
he's just kept watching the trailers. And
this guy has made more movies than Tommy and Greg.
Yeah, and
it's crazy.
And then I think we watched Fateful Findings first, and
yeah, we rented that on YouTube, I believe, right?
Yeah.
I remember we actually watched it. I don't remember if we watched it on your phone or on my computer.
Probably both.
Probably both. Yeah, it was probably a little bit of both.
We're just making fun of it because it looked like Halloween 5 repeats.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that. I think we had a hard time finding this movie, didn't we? I mean, we were almost going to have to do something else if I couldn't find means to procure a digital copy of this movie.
Yeah, and we did find a digital copy of it.
Yes,
we did
on an unknown movie platform called Plex. another well-known. More well-known.
No, here's what's
by
cool
both standards for what well-known is.
Here's what's cool about Plex. Plex, you can host servers.
I'm going to nail you on that.
Yeah, I know, man. I know.
Wait a minute, though.
But, hey, Ash,
hang on, let's circle back.
Yeah, Ash, go ahead and give your thoughts.
So I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Neil Breen, as opposed to Tommy Wiseau, is like, he really genuinely thinks that he's an artist. Like, Wiseau knows that he's a joke. He gets the ironic value of it, I think, now.
Does he?
Breen doesn't. That is the biggest difference between those two directors, in my opinion. I think that best summarizes here.
How old is he in this? This is his first one, you said?
Yeah, his first one. It came out in like 2002, I think.
No, this is 2005.
2005. It was 2005.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Motherfucker already looks like he's in his 50s.
He looks at least 50. I don't know if that's his time in the desert has hardened him as a man. If there's no makeup, we know that.
Yeah, no makeup,
get ahead of
myself. There's no hair, no lighting, and no makeup. It's just none whatsoever.
No lighting crew
You know that Neil Breen, like the character he always portrays, is completely a mystery. He has no personal life. We don't know if this dude actually hooked up with someone or knocked someone up.
I never saw the Fateful Five or whatever you guys are talking about. But does
Fateful Findings?
Yeah. Does he have Medal of it? Does he find all his medals of honors in that one?
No, he doesn't. That one is interesting because it's a lot more dialogue heavy. It's not so much a bunch of
stock footage.
Yeah, stock footage and narrative, everything, and voiceover. I mean, there's actual other actors in that movie. There's like a whole nother like neighbors to Neil Breen's character and his wife and everything, and their story is kind of told a little bit. So when I say that Neil Breen gets a little bit better along the way, I don't necessarily mean that his movies like actually change in any way, because the core of it, of what Double Down is pretty much is the same core of all of his other movies. It's just he's kind of built upon them a little bit.
Yeah.
So
it's like a remix.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. It's like he's kind of remixing his own release over and over again. But, I mean, in this movie, it doesn't have a lot of actual dialogue spoken between characters, period. Like, maybe between Neil and his fiance, but that's about it.
He's pretty much narrating the whole time.
Yeah, it's all voiceover, pretty much.
/ spirit animal. Fiance / spirit animal.
Yeah, / spirit animal.
Guide, whatever.
Yeah.
If he ever went for like a noir style, maybe he could make that work.
It could work. It could. But, I mean, I'm not so sure that he's that aware of what makes noir films work. He doesn't really know how movies work, period. So, I
can't believe that you committed suicide.
See, that's something that I will give Tommy Wiseau, is that at least he has a better grasp of, like, genre convention and whatnot. He has a better grasp of that, and that shows in The Room. Here, Neil Breen, he doesn't have any genre savvy at all in any of these movies. None.
No method.
No method, exactly. And, I mean, he literally just gives the same performance in every movie. Like, literally. I mean, I think that we probably saw him in a movie poster give a smile for the first time, and that's on his documentary. It's like all his other movie posters is literally the same goddamn photo over and over again.
Okay, so here's the thing with this movie, okay? To just kind of wrap up my thoughts on this. I don't know what the fuck happened. You know, with Fateful Findings, there was a plot to follow, sort of. It didn't make sense. It was nonsensical, but there was a plot. And this, I couldn't actually give you a plot description. I couldn't tell you what this movie is about. I had no idea what was going on halfway through the movie. By the end of the movie, I still had no idea what the fuck was going on. Who the fuck is this old guy? Where did he come from? Why did he die? What?
It's like, and why the fuck is Neil a bio-terrorist? He's literally talking about, like, setting, like, dirty bio bombs in, like, multiple cities.
Yeah, 7 major cities, right?
He's literally at one point just, like, got a big old clump of anthrax powder on his hand. And he's just walking around just rubbing it on somebody's arm, just like, whoops. Oh, sorry.
But where does all this sweet and sour sauce come from? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
It keeps popping up everywhere.
There's scenes where he just, for some reason, he passes out. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, this is the best we're going to give to, like, a plot analysis here, because there is no plot here. So
have you ever seen Salad Fingers? Is there a plot to that?
No, there's not a plot to Salad Fingers. No, not at all.
This is like a live action version of, like, a cross between a Chuck Norris film and Salad Fingers. Like, if those two worlds met. Maybe MacGruber. Somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in there. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it makes a lot of sense because Salad Fingers, yeah, it has that kind of weird, non-linear quality to it.
This is happening in some fucked up, like, Rick and Morty dimension right here. I'm really surprised that they haven't.
Yeah, could you imagine if they managed to get Neil Breen on Rick and Morty?
That would be amazing.
That would be genius. Royland and Hammond, y'all need to get on that. If y'all could do an episode where you get Tommy Wiseau and Neil Breen to do voice acting work, that would be immaculate.
As themselves.
They have to be themselves, 100%. And they have to just go with every single trope with their character.
I'm really sad I suggested this. I hope this doesn't ever happen.
No, it has to happen now because there needs to be a meeting of the minds here.
Well, much like the Alien Space Winter Odyssey.
Oh yeah, the Space Winter Odyssey and
from Last Ounce of Courage.
That's something else that needs to happen because that sounds fucking immaculate.
I want to see that.
So we sort of teased, right, with plot. And basically the plot of this movie, we talked about the bioterrorism, being a hacker, and how that's sort of being expanded upon in all of his movies. But what sort of, like, soul-seeking, like, ayahuasca tripping style? I mean, it's like his dead wife, his parents, his kid at some point, and
those aren't even his kids. That's supposed to be him as a kid.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's supposed to be him, and that's supposed to be his fiance as kids.
And what the fuck is his relation to this family whose daughter he heals of cancer? What?
It's so random. It's the one scene in the entire movie, other than with his fiance, where he actually interacts with human beings. And this scene, it's almost like the flower shop scene in The Room, in that if you analyze it, it's like so much just fails to make sense there. Like, for instance, the dinner setup. There's literally empty plates. They're drinking glasses of water, and there's just a fruit basket in the middle of it. And at one point, Neil literally grabs an apple from the goddamn fruit basket. So it's like, is that what y'all are eating? Is that your lunch? Is this brunch? What the fuck are you doing?
It's wax fruit, right?
It's wax fruit, exactly.
From like a mobile home trailer. Right?
He was waiting for a can of tuna to come around.
Yeah, there you go. He was waiting for some cans of tuna.
Like, somebody put some goddamn cans of tuna out. I've got my plate. I'm ready. That's an adult meal here.
That's another thing about Neil in this movie, is that he is seen straight up just eating cans of tuna.
It's very sexy, yeah.
He subsists on tuna, as he tells us. It's all he ever eats, and he's driving while eating tuna, and the camera pans to show that it's falling on his lap.
He's dripping it all over himself. It's like, oh my God, Neil, you probably smell repellent at this point.
Tuna juice all over his balls.
Oh, God.
Fish.
And then he goes and rubs his niece's head with his tuna hands.
God.
Okay, but here's another segue, and this is just so like this movie, but here's my headcanon for what the fuck is going on with him and this family, right? he is a complete stranger. They're terrified and they don't know what to do.
Nice, yeah.
I would be absolutely terrified if Neil Breen just showed up in my house. I would think that it's like an SCP or something like that he just kind of appears out of nowhere and then the Foundation has to come and contain him. It's like that's what he is. He's like a force of nature almost.
Well, he does always have 2 guns on him.
Two
You know what I
guns on
mean?
him, yeah.
So you enter the house,
And-
you present one gun.
Yeah, no, this is something that Robert and I did the other night when we watched this movie because we were so confused by it. There is this scene where Neil is out in the Nevada desert. It's just all Nevada desert in this fucking movie as well. It's
About 1 acre.
Yeah, about 1 acre. It's the same acre. And it's like just straight up like it's either stock footage in the Nevada desert. But I digress. There's a scene where he's stalking around with an obvious airsoft gun, obviously airsoft, and he has it in like the weakest hand ever. He's literally like this. It's like Neil, you don't know how to handle a gun, do you? And he not only does he have this gun, he had another what looked like gun in his waistband, like appendix inside the waistband.
Touching his dick, for sure where it was.
Touching his dick, no holster, I might add.
Yeah.
You know, if it was real, he would probably blow his dick off.
Yeah.
And we couldn't tell if that was a cardboard gun or not, right,
I
Robert?
thought it was, man.
So we spent almost 30 fucking minutes going back and reanalyzing this scene because we needed to see what this gun was. And it turns out it was another airsoft gun, but literally, like, in the next part of the scene, he doesn't have 2 guns anymore. He only has the one gun in his waistband. It's like, Neil, where's the other gun?
Yeah.
Where'd the other gun go, Neil?
Yeah.
It's like a bad Gilligan's Island edit.
Yeah, right.
Don't
It's
try
like
to
a
look for
bad
plot
episode.
holes in this one.
Like here he is
You
again
can
with
look
the
over
family.
all the plot holes in this movie because it's that good and that entertaining.
Yeah, let's talk about this setup he has in his car. If y'all have heard our Fateful Findings episode, you will note that we commented a lot on the goddamn non-working laptops. And
Look at the fucking screen. It's black. He's not on it.
this is absolutely a trope in his movies. He has featured non-functional laptops multiple times in his movies, and it goes all the way back to his first movie. I mean, I'm looking at him right now. He's just looking at a blank laptop screen. He has 3 of them.
No, he's not. He's not just looking. He's also having a fake conversation on a fake cell phone.
Yeah, on a fake burner phone. It's one of those little LG
He's
flip phones.
multitasking.
Yeah, totally. He has 3 laptops, a bunch of burner phones, and he has these 2 goddamn DirecTV satellite dishes, which is supposed to do something.
And
I
a
don't know
PlayStation
what.
I guess it's
controller
what
for
gives
some
him
reason.
internet. I don't know.
Is it Wi-Fi? Is it the 5G?
He's got a speaker wire plugged
Is that
into
the
him.
5G? Did Neil Breen start COVID?
You know, he is a bioterrorist.
He is a
so-
bioterrorist, and you know the crazies say it is bioweapons.
Like Under Siege 2 or something.
Under Siege 2.
So right after he wakes up from his wet dream in his car, he walks out and he finds his wife in a body bag.
I don't know what's up with the body bag.
Yeah.
There's multiple scenes where there's a body bag with somebody obviously in it, and then if there's a skeleton in it. There's another scene where his fiance is in it.
I like the scene with him in it, and it's like, Neil, what are you doing?
Neil, what did you do, Neil? What did you do?
He's moving his hands around in that body bag, and you're like, Neil, no, what are you doing, Neil? Stop.
Oh my God. He's a necrophiliac.
You think so? You think this is some necromantic shit right here?
I do think
Straight
so.
necromantic? Oh, no.
Cool sunset.
But yeah, we spent a lot of time just analyzing that one scene, right, Robert?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
It's
We had
hilarious.
to keep going back.
And it's amazing that there's these scenes where he's meeting up with, I don't know, I guess his fellow terrorists or something, the government or something. I don't know. They never substantiate who these people are.
This has got to be the airplane.
But they do also, they don't really establish who they are, but they make sure to include almost the entire flight.
Yeah,
So
they do.
Drugs.
it's a good 10, 20-minute sequence of just airplanes flying and landing.
Yeah,
And,
more stock
I mean, if
footage.
you like watching planes land, this is the movie for you. If
Oh.
you're 5 years old and fascinated by aeronautics, this movie is right up your alley.
Now, this guy right here, he did not handle his cocaine well at all. He just dropped an entire kilo and it busted open. Although I don't think it's cocaine. I think it's anthrax. So it's like, good job, dude. You just spread a bunch of anthrax all over the tarmac. Good job, dude.
Yeah, it just shows you he had no foresight for how the world is changing, because anthrax is such a thing of the past. It's fentanyl. You know what I mean? Like, that is what is killing people on the streets.
Yeah, that's the thing that's very problematic
because
nowadays.
You can't put anthrax in Coke. It's too obvious.
No, you can't. No.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
you got to be able to pin it on Big Pharma, and they're not putting out anthrax.
Okay,
you know
now
I mean?
You're starting to sound like Neil Breen here.
Well, excuse me. Hang on, I got to take a call on this phone. Hang on, maybe it's this phone. Wait, it's this one.
It's this phone. Wait, hold on. Let me go to my third non-functional laptop. My
what?
God.
That's impossible.
Now, this movie just has Nevada all over the fucking place. All over the place. I mean, Las Vegas is pretty much a central scene of this movie. I mean, I don't think that it's shot particularly well. I mean, the landscapes are kind of bland, but I mean, I guess that Neil Breen wanted it to be more of a character than he thought it actually became in the movie, and when it's just a backdrop, you know? But yeah, we're here at this scene where he's out. They just went to a random strip mall.
This is where they plant the bug.
It's where they plant the bug. They plant the bug in a wad of goddamn gum.
And she does it in such an obvious way. Like, what the fuck?
It's so obvious. Anybody can see her do it, and she puts it at the end of her goddamn shopping cart and bumps into the car.
Like an Orbitz commercial. You know what I mean? She like stops and like looks right at the camera and is like, oops. And then there's a little glimmer on her teeth. You're really confused. Like, where
I'm just like,
more stock footage that somehow
I'm just
had to do with the plot is weird.
And I'm just like, Neil, why the fuck are you meeting with these people out in the goddamn Hobby Lobby fucking parking lot?
Well, now one of the guys is indebted to him because he cured his daughter's cancer.
But he didn't, though.
Well, yeah, when he broke in and then molested his daughter, he was like, I have an extra gun. Do you want it? And the guy's like, let's do this. And now he's there.
Oh, my God. That's awful, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That just made this movie even darker than it already is.
I know. What is the term for when a dad is a cuck? You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. I don't even want to think of that.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that Neil Breen would find a way to...
Listeners, if you know, Collateral Cinema pod at gmail.com.
Please don't send us any... I don't want to know. Please don't send us anything like that. Don't listen to him.
God damn it, Chaz. You're gonna cancel us.
Cancel?
We're going to be canceled,
These
bro.
are important questions, you guys.
Allegedly.
Hey, if we're not going to face up that this movie is atrocious, then there are no dumb questions.
Yeah,
Okay.
this movie is especially kind of awful. Like, the camera
take it
work.
back.
The camera work, guys. What do y'all think of the camera work? What do y'all think of that smudge that's on the camera lens on like half the fucking movie?
Oh yeah, I pointed that out, right? Like the entire fucking movie, there's this smudge in the top right corner of the screen.
It literally goes down the entire length of the goddamn lens.
It's persistently there.
Well,
It's awful.
the lenses are expensive, you guys, and this movie clearly had a very low budget. So once it got a scratch, probably from throwing dirt, you know what I mean? Like some dirt scene, and then he scratched it, and it's like, shit. He went to wipe it with his shirt, and the sand just, the sand. He didn't realize he had so much sand on his jean vest.
So it just scratched the lens up.
It just scratched it up. And
so that's what it is. You think that's a scratch instead of a smudge, and they just went with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
God damn that! I don't
As
know.
a photographer, I know if you get a scratch on a lens, you're out just on a personal basis $800. I couldn't imagine how much it would cost on a camera like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what he shot this on. I don't know if he even. I mean, I guess his
iPhone, obviously. You know what I mean? Remember how long it would have taken to get a camera replaced on your iPhone?
Hey,
you're kind of looking at people who have made some movies on iPhones.
We're filming Texas Sundown on iPhones, and also we did Killing Night.
No, but this is an iPhone 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no kidding. This is kind of potato
This is
quality.
the iPhone.
Yeah.
I think the original one didn't even have video, actually.
No, did it?
Yeah, I think video came around. I think the original one didn't even have a camera. I think the 3GS is when they finally got video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, guys, what do you think about the whole bioterrorism angle once again? I mean, not to beat a dead horse, but it really just kind of shows how, the actual ideology of this movie is so all over the place that I don't know what is what. Like I don't know what Neil actually is in this movie. Is he working for he's like a mercenary of some kind, but is he working for this government? Is he working for what government is he working for? Why is he planning a bioterror attack?
It's like a rogue Jason Bourne or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, why do we even have this angle here?
I know why.
Why?
Because when you eat that much tuna, you get mercury poisoning.
Yeah,
and when you get
there you
mercury
go.
poisoning, you start acting like a madman, and you start injecting fruit with sweet and sour sauce to make it sweeter. It's already sweet, Neil! It's a strawberry!
This movie makes a lot more sense in that context. Or that Neil is just high on anthrax the entire time. Either
It
one.
could've
Pick your...
Something like that. Honestly, I like the mercury theory because, at one point you see... I kid you not, this ginormous crate of nothing but empty fucking tuna fish cans. It's like, first off, can you imagine
nothing but mayonnaise, no pickles.
No. Well, first of all,
not a fucking cracker in sight.
First of all, I'm going to say this. I mean, I am vegan, but even before I was vegan, I detested canned tuna fish. I hate it. It's one of those things that transfers to my veganism. I do not even want to touch canned vegan tuna. That exists. It doesn't look good. It looks worse than the actual thing. Like that. It's one of the few vegan things that I wouldn't really touch.
Well, see, I like tuna sashimi and I like tuna salad.
I used to eat raw tuna, but that's even kind of gross when you think about it as well.
But tuna out of a can, just as it is, uncooked?
No, it's canned,
well,
so it's already
I'm sorry,
cooked.
unwarmed.
Yeah. And by the way, I mean...
I like my tuna warm, you know what I mean?
By the way, I mean, don't...
Still kicking.
Don't kid yourself if you think that there still isn't dolphin in that shit. Dolphin saved my ass.
Yeah.
So, but, yeah... Can you imagine...
Can we get back to this important movie, Bo, please?
I'm just trying to say, can you imagine like having to sit there and empty out all those tuna cans, wash them out? Because they look like they've been washed.
I think that was from the catering table.
You think that's all he
And
had
when
to
Neil,
catering?
it was him and the three other actors, and they all came to a unanimous decision: tuna salad. And he's like, "Great, I'll use the cans. Are you guys cool with that?" They're like, "Yeah."
First of all, that's disgusting.
Let's put it in the plot.
Once again, they're out in the Nevada desert. It's got to be 100 fucking degrees, so that shit's gonna get rancid really quick.
I can't be the only one who likes this tuna warm.
I don't like I said, I don't like tuna. Period.
It's the mayonnaise that fucks it up, though. You know what I mean? If you warm tuna, reminds me of good pussy. You know what I mean?
Oh my lord!
Cut that. Timestamp that.
God damn it!
Yeah, you know it's gonna be good when she pulls her pants down and it smells like tuna.
Yeah.
Oh god damn
And
it,
pickles.
guys! Are you?
I'm eating that salad.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so sorry.
But you know
for
what?
this. I am so sorry.
She looks okay up there, and you're already got your pants off, so you might as well just fuck her.
We have doubled down on the perverted humor tonight.
Oh my god!
I'm doubling down on all of it.
But yeah, seriously, folks, I'm very sorry.
We've already
for this.
dipped into fucking dead people.
I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for this podcast. I'm sorry for all of it. If
You
wanna,
made us watch this movie.
I have nothing to say to that. Honestly, I don't.
That
have
is animal cruelty.
animal cruelty. Shut the fuck up.
It's some sort of vegan plot to ruin humans.
Yes, that's exactly what
Make
it
me
is.
watch
It's a
the
plot
worst
to-
first Bolero. Now this.
Yes, exactly. First Bolero, now this. Yeah, and by the way, yes, I'm vegan.
Yeah.
But anyway, now there's this one little area where Neil is all of a sudden an assassin, and he's supposed to assassinate this couple that's at a Vegas drive-in wedding chapel randomly.
Which is where, if you notice, this scene right here is where most of the budget went. You have two actors,
Uh-huh.
spoken, rental car,
Yeah.
rental suit,
A Rolls Royce.
That's a Rolls
A
Royce,
bottle
yeah.
of champagne. I mean, this is the budget. This scene.
That's a Rolls Royce right there.
Yeah.
That's a fucking Rolls that he's driving.
Yeah,
So,
and not to
yeah.
mention 8 cell phones.
Las Vegas, where anything goes. Enjoy it while you can. I'm about to end it all. My name is Aaron Brand. I always thought I was doing the right thing in preparing for life. I was the first in my class in college in computer science. I joined the military and became a fighter pilot, and won many medals for distinguished service. I'm now a covert agent, a mercenary, for any nation that wants to control another. I don't need much to live on anymore. I just eat tuna out of the can and live in the car. I control access to anything and everything, even from my little simple, brilliant setup. My orders from another country are to shut down the Las Vegas Strip for 2 months. I've been given this great power, but I'm so alone without the girl I love. My girlfriend and I always wanted to have children.
I love you.
And now all of that's been taken away from me.
Confirmed. Oh, jeez. He is planning something very big. Bigger than 9/11 or any of the other larger catastrophes we caught in time after 9/11.
It's me. Give me the president. Contact has been made. Governments don't dare try to kill me.
Where does he go? He's on a quest. Don't ask, he's protected.
You're a genius. The best. But you know that. No. This time, it's personal.
I can't forget her, nor forgive them for what they did to us. Forgive me. Forgive me. It's starting now.
Marriage is over. Get out.
I've got the package.
It's a setup. No sense.
Don't ask how I found you. I know everything. It broke open. Run!
Holy shit, it's him!
So many questions. I'm so confused. Can't go on with this. I can't go on with this. I'm an American. I'm an American. I love this country. My country. You're the one.
Our daughter Megan was just diagnosed with brain cancer. Oh no, I'm so sorry.
An assassination. We want to kill someone.
Eight cell phones, like God knows how many broken laptops. But you know that he got a discount on the laptops because they're broken.
He's like, I'm going to use these in all 5 movies. I might as well get them now.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, give me them refurbished models.
Wait, does he use the same laptops in all of his films?
Probably. We have
I don't know. He actually destroys some laptops in this movie. There's a scene where he literally like smashes them with a rock.
He tries.
So,
He tries.
He tries. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a pretty big rock, though.
It's a lot. He's like, oh, it's a lot harder to crush a
More Cult of the Thorn.
More Cult of
laptop
Thorn.
with a
Yeah,
flat rock than I thought it would be.
That's
Should
another
have got
thing.
a pointy rock.
If y'all remember our Fateful Findings episode, we pointed out that there was a straight up Cult of the Thorn type character there. That just this dude in black that you only ever see his feet and everything, and he's just kind of moves throughout the movie. And like we dubbed him Cult of the Thorn because he's just like Curse of Michael Myers.
Yeah.
It's like the one dude in the background that just shows up out of nowhere.
What was it, Halloween 5 and Halloween 6, right?
Yeah. But I mean, what is the significance of that character? I mean, he comes up again in Fateful Findings.
It's like the same shadow shape figure like Michael Myers, right?
I know, like, it's
Yeah.
the shape. It's like, did we bring Michael Myers into Neil Breen's universe?
It seems like he's adapting a lot of different universes here.
Yeah.
Mostly
yeah.
and bringing them all to Nevada. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Nevada. Yeah. Like,
You say Nevada, I say Nevada.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
I've heard that people from Nevada will actually chew you out if you call it Nevada.
I'm going to double down. It's Nevada.
Nevada. That's right. We're going to Nevada.
No,
Oh, man.
no, he's 007.
007? Yeah, he's all Jason Bourne all of a sudden.
More
here.
sweet and sour sauce.
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, Neil Breen was doing the multiverse shit way before Marvel was.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, and killing it.
Killing it. I mean, I don't know what universes any of this is coming from. I mean,
I will give him credit. That one computer that in the very back all the time does look like a military computer.
it does. Yeah, it kind of has that hard case.
That's the only thing. Even that looks more military than the medals that he has on his
he has
MacGruber vest.
This is something that is amazing about pretty much all of his movies. He's pretty much a Mary Sue character in every single movie. It almost feels like this weird self-insert fan fiction that he does, right?
Yes.
I mean, and he has like literally every fucking medal you can think of. Like, I'm pretty sure he has medals from multiple branches of the military.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a medal on there for like somebody who died. You know what I mean? Like they they pin that onto like a dead guy's
there's
suit.
a Purple Heart for wounded combat veterans. It's
not
like
that one. The Silver Medal of Honor.
the Silver Star
what
or
you
whatever.
die
Yeah.
for.
Listen here, Neil Breen is God.
There's no way he was in the military. That guy runs like a girl. I'm sorry, ladies, but he runs like a girl.
Yeah, there's a scene where he just starts running throughout the entire Nevada desert. Like, I don't know why he's running. And there's a moment where he falls, and then he just starts yelling out, like, I can't keep doing this. I'm an American. I'm an American. I'm an American.
Very memorable scene.
Yeah, or when the two scenes, which are the exact same thing, where he's just like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
It's a great Charles Heston impersonation.
Straight up Charlton Heston, right?
There's a point where he mentions meeting his wife, and
Yeah.
they've been lovers or soulmates since they were 4 years old.
Like
That's a common trend in Breen films, actually.
But
Yeah.
plot hole, surprise. She's like 30 and he's 50.
Oh, it gets even weirder in Fateful Findings.
Is he admitting to diddling?
I hope not.
Is this like a whole confession of
Well,
I diddled, I ruined her life? Is this a big
incidentally-
metaphor?
Incidentally, in Fateful Findings, there is a scene, and he wrote this, where an underage girl kind of comes onto him and fucking, and he's just like, I can't do this. It's like, you're too young.
In Fateful Findings, he did do that.
He did do that, so make of that what you will. I mean, no accusations, Neil. We love you, Neil, but I mean,
Listen,
I don't
Neil.
know you, Neil. You need to get out of the film industry, sir, and just do, maybe sell burner phones. You have plenty of them. Start there.
No. Neil, if you are listening, you're a comedic genius. We want you on the podcast.
Please come on the podcast. We want you and Tommy Wiseau to come on the podcast and do a meeting of the minds. It would be incredible.
Fuck yeah.
It would be amazing. Like we that would be like if you got Scorsese and Coppola in the same fucking room, right?
Yeah, and don't worry, Neil. I won't be here.
Oh wow.
You
Neil,
guys can have yours time.
I'm afraid that Neil's made a lifelong enemy.
Listen, that's conspiracy Jesus right there, okay? He is the Messiah.
He's the Messiah of InfoWars, right?
Actually, I believe he is a Messiah in one of his films. I think in one of his movies, he is God.
He's literally that's I am here now. Yeah, no, you have to have the pause there. It's I am here now.
So there's a thing we like to say, all right? Tommy Wiseau is the patron saint of our podcast, and Neil Breen is our God.
I think Neil Breen is more of our spirit guide.
Neil Breen is
All right,
God. God damn it.
I do not recognize him as God.
Later.
This motherfucker. He's leaving. You're making Chaz leave, Ash. What the hell?
Rip me. I'm a Ferrari.
Rip me. Oh yeah, he goes in this car lot and he hacks into a car. What cars are on this lot?
That looks
Robert?
like a Dodge Viper right there.
Okay, but Dodge Viper, there's
like
Mustangs in the back.
There's a Ferrari Testarossa.
Did you guys see that Ford Mustang convertible?
Yeah,
there's like two of them.
There's three of them. Oh,
Three of them. Ooh.
3 convertibles.
Yeah,
Ferrari.
Once again, yeah, he couldn't even spell Ferrari right on the fucking vanity plate. What the fuck, Neil? Whose was this? Is this
Hack into
your
this
car?
80s Testarossa with my
I'm
2000
fairly certain
phone.
that. Yeah, I'm fairly certain, Robert, this is the car from Fateful Findings, right?
Yeah, it is the one in the garage, right?
Yeah, it's the one in the garage.
Where
Yeah.
he committed suicide right next to it.
I can't believe you committed suicide.
Can't believe you committed suicide.
I cannot believe you committed suicide. It's delivered just like that.
Oh, it's
Right,
deep.
Chaz,
I
yeah.
know. I'm crying. I am speechless. Suicide is hard. It's a hard topic, man.
It is, but
to cover that and to really, bring it fucking home like that, dude.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And then how about? I mean, there was no makeup on this.
No.
There's no makeup.
No makeup, no hair, and no lighting.
Well, who the fuck puts the fake mustache and beard on the guy we don't know who's the guy?
Yeah, we don't know.
Did
who
he
this
do that
is.
himself? And does he get paid extra for that?
And then there's this inexplicable scene, like, who is this woman in the Pontiac?
Because that is technically...
Who is he fooling?
That is technically hair makeup.
Yeah, that is technically hair makeup. Dude, this woman looks like she's 48.
Lieutenant Weigel. Yeah.
The thing is if he was just going to stick him in the neck, why the fuck did he bring him over to this parking lot and have him watch a girl just to do that?
For titillation. He just wanted to have some TNA in his movie. I mean, that is, in a lot of his movies, is some actual, like, TNA, like... Especially in the movie I Am Here Now, there's like a lot of weirdness where one of his female characters is always just like, it's like, that's okay, like, you just become a stripper or a prostitute, like literally just like that, like as the answer to all their problems. And it's like, Neil, do you have a woman problem?
Well, it'd be OnlyFans now.
It'd be OnlyFans, exactly. To be fair, yeah. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
no, it solves all your problems.
Yeah, it does. It solves a lot of problems.
Girls have been going to school. Girls be coming up.
Oh my lord!
I like this scene where he pulls this guy with the fake mustache up, pulls off his fake mustache and fake goatee, and suddenly the agents recognize him. And
oh my god, it's him! It's him. I just want to kind of comment on the way that they draw their guns there. Like, one guy is drawing from the smalls of his back, which, if you know anything about carrying, is a bad fucking place to put your.
Well,
gun.
he's not pulling it from the smalls. He's actually pulling it out of his colon.
Out of his colon. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, actually.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, the other guy is doing a cross draw, which, I mean, if you're fast with that, yeah, but, I mean, usually, like when I carry appendix inside the waistband. That's, like, just the quickest way to draw.
No, don't point that at me.
I don't have a gun on me.
You just pointed at me.
I don't have a gun. I just made a pew pew sign with my...
Is this how all vegans are? Are all vegans this militant?
Nah, he's like, I won't shoot you.
Yeah, that's right. All of us vegans are armed. Be scared.
They just feed off the fear of other people.
Yeah, totally. That's what we get our sustenance. That's where we get our B12. That's where we get our vitamin C. That's where we get all of it. We get it from the fear and anguish of non-vegans.
And semen, as we discussed in several episodes. Spawn, was it Spawn?
These guys are always trying to ask me weird gotcha questions that I have no answer for because they have no real answer.
Oh, there's a real answer.
No,
I asked
no
my
real
dad.
answer.
I asked my dad.
And you asked your dad. Okay, what was it?
Well, he said that is definitely a loophole. That if you are ingesting semen, which is living protein, that's technically a meat source, especially since it's alive. So
I don't know if that's even true or not.
It is. I asked my
protein, but protein doesn't necessarily
I'm
exist
37.
in meats.
I asked my dad 4 months ago this question.
But protein doesn't necessarily exist in meat solely, though. You know?
Does protein exist in tuna in a can?
Ask my sock that question.
I would imagine so. It is still flesh. I mean, yeah. What's your point, Ash?
Are you saying I'm not a living protein?
No, I'm pretty sure that most omnis are NPCs by this point. So
yeah, because when I came from my dad's balls, and I became this living creature that I am, who now consumes things with beaks and hooves.
Oh my god!
I'm not worried about swallowing because I consume the other stuff. You know.
I would like to hear what my fellow vegans thinks about this. Hit us up on Twitter at C-Cinema Podcast.
Yep. Write in if you don't want to be so public about it. We understand.
Yeah. It's
Write me, trialbyairvarietyshow@gmail.com.
There you go. Yeah.
I really want to rub this in Bo's face. This has got to end sometime. I need a poll.
I'm pretty sure that I could fucking go on Google and find all the answers you're looking for.
No, I don't want Google. I want real answers.
What do you mean real answers?
Real people who've really tasted semen or done away with meat.
I'm pretty sure there's lots of vegans that have sex and probably partake in oral
Bunch of hypocrites.
sex.
I want to hear from all you hypocrites out there.
God damn it. All I gotta say is I don't drink semen, so it doesn't really make a difference to me one way or the other. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, Double Down. Yeah, this movie. Yeah, back to this shit.
Yeah, we'll get back to that.
So yeah, there's this scenes where there's this scene right here that we're watching where it's just randomly you just see close-ups of Neil, close-ups of all these other agents, and it goes out and they're all just holding M16s towards each other just randomly. It's like, wow, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, and they're handling the anthrax bag with bare hands.
With bare hands, exactly, bare hands. Like, he literally drops a vial. He's just like, it broke, run! And then they have a gunfight and everything. I don't even know what this gunfight near the end is for. Like, who are these people? Why do they have these guns? Why are they shooting each other? What the fuck is going on? Like, I know in one of his movies, there's like a human trafficking subplot or something. Like, I think it's in Pass Through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and once again, that has more supernatural weirdness. See, that's the other thing about Neil Breen movies is that there's always this weird spiritual/supernatural element.
Yeah, is there one? There's one where he like cloned himself a few times, right?
Yeah, that's a Twisted Pair.
It's like multiplicity or something.
I don't know if he's cloned or if he's like alien twin brothers or something.
We got to
weird
see
like
that though.
Yeah, we got to see that. I think that's his most recent movie, other than his documentary. Which, by the way, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, he made a documentary about himself.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it, but I want to see it because
it's good.
Oh, it's got to be amazing. It's got to be incredible. It's probably like Herzog level amazing. You know, I mean, Jesus.
It's like a true Hollywood story yourself. You know,
right?
Yeah. Sometimes I film my kids climbing rocks, and I feel like nobody did this for Neil. You know what I mean? Like as a kid, he's like, film me. She's like, shut up, Neil. Climb the fucking rock. You don't need anybody to film you. And like, so now he's obsessed. They're like, watch me run down this hill. Film me. I want to see how I look running down this hill. Show me. No. I want to see how fast I can climb this rock. Film me. Yeah, and then it becomes a movie.
I mean, both this movie and I Am Here Now has a lot of him in the Nevada desert. It's pretty much another character for his movies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Neil is definitely a virgin here. He doesn't even know how to kiss her.
Do you think Neil's a virgin? Do you think that he's had sexual
He's had
relations?
a prostitute.
Yeah. But not by this film. After this.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The girl who's just like, I'm just going to become a stripper or a prostitute. You're so hot.
He's like,
that's what you should do.
This one's going to get me so laid, dude. And then it doesn't happen and he just gets a prostitute.
I don't know. For some reason, I don't think that Neil does this to get laid.
That's why he's in Vegas.
That's why.
To lose his virginity.
Escorts, right?
Guys,
the fancy way.
We nailed it. This is an incel. He's an incel.
He's an incel? Is Neil
This
Breen
is
an
all
incel?
very incel behavior. You know what I mean? I hate, and he has no reason to hate. He just needs to bust some loads, you know?
You know, I never realized it, but this is the Neil Breen incel-matic universe.
Incel-matic universe.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we went and saw Spider-Man movie the other night, so we have Marvel on the brains, I guess. So whatever.
It's fucking awesome. Go see it.
It was a great thing.
We'll have a episode out here pretty soon. We're gonna have a lot of episodes out here pretty soon. But anyway, let's go ahead and start getting into some final thoughts on this movie. We'll start with you, Robert. What are your final thoughts on Neil Breen? And the biggest question is why?
Why?
What's the why of Neil Breen?
Why not? Why not, right?
Why is Neil Breen?
I don't know, man. I don't know. He's a creative genius, bro.
Yeah, he is the foremost genius of our time, right?
But
Robert,
you're right.
What do you think about this from a filmmaker's perspective?
I think that he didn't have a plot until he just went out into the desert and started filming, just like randomly, like you said, Chaz.
Ayahuasca pulled it together.
And then he just made a movie around it. Like,
it really does feel like he just kind of winged it a little bit, right?
You think he knows it's a plot that includes mercury poisoning?
I don't think so. No, I don't think that even crosses mind remotely.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, you got a point there, Robert. I mean, a lot of this just kind of feels shoehorned together, right?
We've done that, right? We did that with Killing Night.
We did it with Killing Night, but we at least had a little bit of a cinematic flair to it. At least
we started with a close up, and then we wrote a story around it.
Yeah. But I mean, that actually came out somewhat decent.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, ultimately, yeah.
But I do want to see all the rest of his films, though, so we can like compare all of them.
Yeah, no, and Chaz is shaking his head like, why? Why are you mad, man? What is wrong with you?
Just to watch it, you know? Just something to do, right?
Yeah, something to do. No kidding. Honestly, I could binge all of his movies together, one after the other, just for the fuck of it.
Fuck it. Just get real high.
Get really high and do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched this movie with my wife.
Ooh.
That was hard. And then I got really stoned and watched it and laughed my ass off.
That is the best way to go about this.
And I'm watching it a second time, or now for a third time, and I absolutely hate it. I get my wife's point.
What was she saying about it?
No, she was just like, "Why are you friends with these people?" And don't you have anything better to do with your time?
It's like, what are they watching on this fucking podcast?
Are you trying to become an incel? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I was like, no, I mean, it's just for fun, babe. You know?
Oh my Lord! I mean, you should be glad that you weren't here when we did Martyrs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, guys.
I never noticed this scene, but doesn't it look like his chest? Doesn't it look like a woman with A cups who like breastfed 5 kids?
Oh my God.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It actually really does.
Do you think that's
Lord.
the sun damage, or just like, do you think he was like pumped at one time and then lost all the weight?
I think maybe at one time he probably was kind of jacked. I can imagine him doing some bodybuilding somewhere along the line.
I can imagine him getting those nipples pierced.
Probably the steroids, right? Make you sag, right?
You think the steroids?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. I mean,
you can have loose skin from steroids, right?
There's so little that we know about Neil Breen. I think we know even less about Neil Breen than we do about Tommy Wiseau.
Yeah. Now I kind of want to get him on the show so I can ask that.
Yeah, right.
Like, what's up with your nips, dog?
But what are some of your other final thoughts on this, Chaz?
I mean, yeah, in the way of like, you know, sometimes when you sit down to watch like really good TV and you're disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, I expect more. Like with this movie, I expected more and I didn't get it. And it made me just as sad. And I just really thought there was going to be something to it. Like something was going to tie it together at some point, and it just kept going off the rails. It was fun. It was fun, and I laughed, and I laughed. And I skipped through all the stock footage. And I'm pretty sure I caught most of the plot of what was there.
Plot in air quotes.
Yeah, and I will say that his fiance, her ass is bussin'. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck yeah.
Bussin'.
Neil Breen's ass was not.
Neil Breen's definitely got a... What was funny about that is that scene that I'm talking about was I think he shaved his ass to compete with her ass.
Probably.
Like it was like equal shine and bounce.
Well,
you know what I mean?
what the biggest crime of this movie is you get to see Neil Breen's nutsack.
Yeah, we don't need to see that. At least,
and she's clinching. She's like, I'm not about to let this guy film me.
No, I mean, when Tommy Wiseau did it, he showed ass to sell movie, Greg.
Mm-hmm.
He showed ass to sell movie, Greg.
He showed ass to sell movie, Greg. And in this movie, Neil Breen showed ass in a stroke of vanity because he didn't want to be upstaged by his...
The same leg.
Oh, yeah. There's the random bones in the goddamn desert for some reason.
It's not random. That's the same bone in every scene.
Yeah.
He moves that bone around. Yeah. It's an arm bone. What's the significance to this bone? Does it have the ring of his dead lover on it? Like, why is it in every scene?
I don't know. It's like, why are there all these dead bodies out in the fucking Nevada desert other than him fucking killing a bunch of white-collar criminals, apparently.
Well, one thing we didn't mention was in his little hideout or whatever, all his computers and phones, when he set them out, created a force field around the thing. And if people it made him invisible. So people would just like, hikers and tourists would just be walking through this desert trying to get some cool pictures, and then just get electrocuted.
Made invisible. Guys.
Yeah.
Is Neil Breen a member of the Justice League? Is he an Avenger? Is he a superhero?
Yeah. He just covers himself in anthrax, and apparently you disappear.
Like Hollow Man, Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
your final thoughts now, Ash. We'll just go ahead and segue into that.
This movie is just the same level of quality of bad as Fateful Findings, but it's boring as shit. That's what I got to take away. I mean, at least, Fateful Findings was kind of fun to watch through because it's so bad it's good. But and this one definitely has qualities of that. There are moments of that. But when half of the movie, or up to probably 75% of the fucking movie, is just stock footage, maybe that's the ideal way to watch this, is skip past the stock footage and just get the gems.
Yeah, it bored the shit out of my wife. So the next time I was like, I know what to do here.
Yeah.
I skipped through it all, and I was like, this makes more sense.
Yeah, by that point, you would have like, what, a 20-minute movie?
It's diluted. Yeah, it's about 21. Yeah.
It would be about 20 or 22 minutes. Like, that's what it would be without all the stock footage.
Oh, I'll go straight down. Go straight up.
Oh, yeah, there's a scene where he straight up cuts a chip out of his arm, which is like, dude, why didn't you do that a long time ago?
Yeah, Jason Bourne. Why didn't you do that?
But yeah, I get what you're saying, Ash. I mean, boredom is definitely a huge part of this movie, but that's kind of why I say that some of his movies get better over time, because they become a little less boring,
Yeah.
Like I Am Here Now has a lot of the same beats.
Now he's Touched by an Angel, right?
Yeah, it has a lot of the same beats as Double Down, but it's a lot more refined as a movie, but it's still Neil Breen,
I can't wait to see the documentary.
Oh man, the documentary is going to be amazing. He made a documentary about himself. It is literally called Neil Breen's 5-film retrospective. He couldn't fucking think of a better name.
Wait, we needed to watch that before this so we could have his perspective.
That's true. Yeah. Makes me wonder, is there a director's commentary somewhere?
Scrap it. Scrap this whole thing.
Scrap
this whole thing.
Don't listen. Turn it off.
I want the Breen cut now.
Yeah, release the Breen cut.
If you're listening, turn it off and forget everything you know about what we said.
Oh shit, was that Mark Zuckerberg?
Zuckerberg? Did this movie get Zuckerberg? Did we get zucked? Oh my god.
Oh, this damn chip on my shoe.
Well, for my final thoughts, it's going to be similar to a lot of my final thoughts with Fateful Findings. Why, Neil? Why? Why?
Why did you see it fit to give this gift to us?
Why did you make this, Neil?
We are not worthy, Neil.
We are not worthy. We're not worthy of this, Neil.
Because we don't get it.
There's I can't understand the message you're trying to give me here, Neil. Like, what? Bioterrorism?
Are we supposed to have sex with dead people? Help us out here, Neil.
What are we supposed to do here? Are we supposed to, look for our dead relatives for spirit guides? Like, what?
Dude, these cuts don't make sense at all together.
Should we get MRIs if we have brain tumors? What do we do, Neil?
Yeah, it's like, are you Jesus, Neil? Are you the second coming of Jesus?
He's conspiracy Jesus.
He's conspiracy Jesus.
He's just an American.
You know what? This
just
is
an American.
He's an American.
Y'all don't realize that this is actually true Breenius. Our minds just can't handle it. We can't understand it.
Yeah, you see, there's the world as we know it. There's consensus reality, and then there's just Breen reality.
Yeah,
Breen reality is just something that is.
It's like the quantum realm. Nothing makes sense there.
It's the quantum realm, exactly. Nothing makes sense there. Everything is topsy-turvy. Up is down. Fucking
ugly is pretty.
Ugly is pretty. And somehow
man tits are okay.
Hey, man tits are always okay. Always okay.
Especially if they've been used to feed orphan children across the country for years. They've been serviced.
Oh dear God.
We accept them.
Oh my
There's
Lord.
the hidden laptops and
But yeah,
top of rocks, dude.
So Breen, why the
that
laptops?
Was a grave. That was a grave.
It's like, Neil Breen, why did you have 2 fucking guns and then no gun and like 1 gun next? Why, Neil? Why?
Yeah, that was a bad shot or a bad cut.
It's like, and Neil, why?
That's why continuity is important, guys.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Did you have to eat so much tuna fish? Why?
I definitely recommend this movie if you're not planning on killing yourself in the near future. Don't waste your time.
No.
If you've got a long life to live, you're young, You're dumb. You're full of cum. Watch this movie. You got plenty of time. If you're on your way out, don't bother.
it'll just hasten what's the inevitable, right?
Yes.
Oh God, my lord. You know, it's funny in this movie. He has another scene where all these weird authority figures just come out and say all this weird robotic shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh my lord. But yeah, once again, why, Neil? Why? Why? That's the only thing that I ever think when I watch Neil Breen movies is why? Why?
What were you thinking, Neil?
What were you thinking? Straight up AVGN style. What were you thinking?
Have you ever done coke?
Have you ever done coke, Neil? Because I have a feeling that coke would probably made this movie better.
It might have.
Yeah, it might have. Lots of cocaine would have made this movie infinitely better.
That's probably why we couldn't show his dick, though. Coke dick the whole time.
But yeah, I guess that our final recommendation here is this is once again a movie that's more for professional movie nerds. You know, kind of like what we brought up with Bolero. Bolero is very much like that. Don't watch Bolero unless you absolutely have to. And I guess that you can go ahead and say that Neil Breen movies are kind of the same. Watch these only if you're just a fan of this sort of thing, or you're people like us who get together to talk about movies on the internet.
That's the only way it makes sense.
It's the only way it makes sense. Or if you're a fan of someone like the Cinema Snob or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how we found these, right? Cinema Snob.
Believe it or not, that's how we find a lot of these movies.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Brad, you pretty much bring a lot of the movies that we do here because they're just so incredibly awful.
I guess it's just what's trending, too. We just go with it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I thought these were all like, the treasure movies that you find at the Dollar General. That's what I thought these were.
Oh, yeah,
I thought you guys were just like, huh.
Yeah,
this one doesn't have a box.
Yeah, they have no box. They're just in a little treasure hunt slip, and they're like $2 or something like that.
Many of those, yeah.
I've heard that a lot of people are finding interesting stuff at like Dollar Tree nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of straight to DVD stuff that they get that you just can't really find anywhere else.
Yeah, Mr. Bean 3, Home Alone 6.
Home Alone 6. Oh God, no! They just released a new Home Alone.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's not good.
No. I won't watch it.
Mm-hmm. Although they do need to make the gritty reboot with Macaulay Culkin as an older person, and he takes on the fucking Wet Bandits again.
I like the one that he put out where he's all fucked up from it. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah, where he's all traumatized.
Yeah, he's like, but he gets in the Uber and like kidnaps his Uber driver and kills his Uber driver because he's like really fucked up and demented from his parents leaving him at home with a bunch of like serial killers.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
He already put it out. Like that technically, for me, is Home Alone 3.
Pretty much that's Home Alone 3. I agree.
Yeah, it's like when the cast of Saturday Night Live tried to do a Ghostbusters 3 but then disregarded that the Ghostbusters were a thing. Doesn't count.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
That's pretty much what that movie was. It was pretty much SNL's Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
It was horrible.
But the new one I heard is pretty good.
Fucking Pringles commercial. But yeah, the new one, get out there, watch that. Spider-Man, watch that.
Definitely watch Spider-Man, yeah. And yeah, Neil Breen,
watch this one.
Bring us another movie, Neil. Bring us more movies.
And lay off the tuna, Neil.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Integrate some veggies in your diet and really balance it out, bud.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like your colon is probably just completely mangled by this point.
Yeah, and you're a lunatic. That's clear as day.
A straight lunatic. Yeah, these movies were made by a madman.
Yes.
Yeah. But I guess that now is the time where we're going to go ahead and I guess this is the time where we're going to go ahead and start wrapping things up. So, Ash, what's going on with Collateral Gaming?
Well, we are doing our holiday/anniversary special 2-part episode on The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. So part 1 is out already. Part 2 will be out by Christmas, which probably by the time this is released, those will already be out.
Yeah,
so.
they should be out by now. Yeah, by then.
So anyway, stay tuned. Also in January, we're talking Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, straight up from the GBA. That's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's like the Mario RPG style, right?
The Mario RPG, Mario and Luigi RPG series is a lot of fun. So if you like Collateral Cinema and you also enjoy video games, check out Collateral Gaming. We also have a Patreon where we have full-length exclusive Let's Play video game commentaries.
Yeah.
And hit us up in the DMs. Check us out on social media, both Collateral Cinema and Collateral Gaming. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Yep. And Robert, we're going to continue working on Texas Sundown, right?
Yeah, mostly after the holidays is over. We'll probably start again next year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we just kind of want to let the holidays come and go and everything. You know, everybody get their decorations down.
Yeah, there's too much of that in the background. So.
Yeah. This isn't a Christmas movie, so.
Yeah, so obviously it's going to be like, dude, there's Christmas shit everywhere.
No. It's like, so yeah, we're probably going to resume work on that after the first of the year.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I guess we need to start getting some social media up on that, huh?
We do. We need to get a movie poster. Really.
Yeah, get a poster. Maybe get a IMDb page set up.
Maybe get a trailer going after we're done. Oh,
exactly. Yeah, we need to cut a trailer and all that. But yeah, I mean, we're going to try to have that out by sometime next year.
Yeah, I just hope the trailer is not better than the movie.
Hopefully not, bro. Hopefully not. Yeah. Now, Chaz, do you have anything you need to plug?
Yeah, I had a podcast once upon a time. I'm probably still gonna do it if I ever get back into the groove and I get my own space. A lot of it is space, and I don't have it.
Yeah.
And but there's some really good back episodes. I interviewed Spose. I love Spose.
Nice.
Interviewed Acid Carousel. Those guys are a lot of fun. Just a ton of great artists on there. Comedian Tom Rhodes, one of the OGs, Mitch Hedberg's mentor.
Nice.
Had a really good conversation with him. And it's just some fun stuff that I would love to revisit. And other than that, no, I don't have anything other than a podcast.
Right on.
Unless somebody wants to raise my kids, I got a lot of them. And if you're better at it than me, step right up.
Where can our listeners find the Trial by Error variety show?
Oh, it's everywhere. It's on Apple Pod, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever. I don't have a website right now because I don't need it. You guys can go find all the great artists. We have an Instagram, which I post a bunch of stuff in my stories. I don't typically post unless I'm putting out episodes, but in the stories I share a lot of stuff, so
yeah,
be sure to follow me on Instagram. And that's it. Thanks for having me, Bo.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're gonna have you on
this is my last one.
Oh, this is your last one? Oh yeah. I don't blame you for quitting after this.
I heard you guys talking about 4 more of these, and
yeah, that's making you rethink your future here. Huh?
Well, see, Visitor Q broke Dakota.
Yeah, we showed him Visitor Q, and that broke him, and he never came back. So yeah.
Fragile little mind.
Fragile little mind. Yeah.
Yeah, he changed everything. His whole identity.
Yeah, it broke him completely. Damn it, Takashi Miike.
Whoa.
But yeah, like Ash said, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can also find us on Patreon. We have full-length feature commentaries. If we start getting a few more patrons here pretty soon, maybe even if it's like just 10 people, 10 or 12 people, we'll start doing like listener recommendations and everything. Like maybe we'll start taking recommendations for the director's cut and whatnot. We're gonna work on our Patreon a little bit. We just need to start getting more people. Like even if you just have $1 to spare, just join our $1 tier and you'll at least get access to.
Do you have some merch coming out too? You can probably do that through Patreon.
Yeah, we're probably going to try to get some merch together after the first of the year.
You guys haven't talked about your group OnlyFans that y'all do together.
Oh yeah, it's really blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pay for the.
It's really prolapsing, you guys.
Oh my god. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, you can also find us wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. We're also on Good Pods. Check us out on Good Pods and follow us, like us, and all that good stuff. That'll help us get back on the charts again. And also give us 5-star ratings on Spotify. Spotify is allowing ratings now. And also give us 5-star ratings on Apple Podcasts and on Podchaser. So I guess with that, we're going to go ahead and let the Breenius go until another.
What's coming up next in the month of January?
What's coming up next? We're going to be doing a couple of Robert's picks, actually. We're going to be doing Last Action Hero, and we're going to be doing Born to Run, which is our traditional car-related movie.
Got your car movie, Robert.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. And you showed us Born to Run, and that's a good little drag racing movie, kind of a little old school and everything.
Early 90s, like 1991 or so.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun little movie, I think. You know, and TV movies, I mean, that kind of takes me back a little bit. I used to watch TV movies back in the day whenever they used to come on, like ABC and CBS and whatnot.
When TNT did it, right?
Yeah,
Touched
TNT.
by an Angel.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. So, yeah, look for all of that. And also, I guess we're going to have some Christmas episodes out here pretty soon.
Yeah, Last Ounce of Courage.
Last Ounce of Courage. And we're going to be doing a Cinema Snob special featuring some of our favorite of his holiday episodes. And we're also going to review Jesus Bro.
Jesus Bro.
Jesus Bro. Jesus Bro. So, yeah, look for that. And
he's got a Pet Cemetery Kid right there.
Oh, yeah, Pet Cemetery Kid. Oh, no. This movie's still going on. I don't even know how that's possible. But anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up before Neil Breen just completely envelops us in his world of I don't know what it is.
If an hour and a half can feel like 4, we know he's capable of more.
Yeah, definitely. So, with all of that said, I'm Bo Maddox.
I'm Robert Ortegon.
I'm Ashley Chancellor.
I'm an American. I'm an American.
And yeah, this is Collateral Cinema, everybody. Laters. And if you don't hear back from us, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. We'll see you after the first of the year. Laters. Bye. Collateral Cinema is a Collateral Media podcast. All music and movie clips are owned by their respective creators and are used for educational purposes only. Please don't sue us. We're poor.